Okay, we're doing a little different setup today because I'm trying to see what I can do to stop the issues that I'm having with the internet. Okay, trying to see if it's my equipment or if it's the actual internet. So I want to see. Okay, all right. Welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're gonna do Taurus's weekly love reading. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. I normally do all signs on Sundays and Thursdays, but for today, this week, the all signs is probably going to be tomorrow. All right, depending on how I feel, we're going to have to see. All right, but it won't be today because today you got to get your weekly reading. So if you want to book a want me to read you live, that information is at the same link. Okay. And we also have memberships. If you go to where the subscribe button normally is, there is a join button. And there you will be able to take a look at the different options. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me say this in the beginning. If you got a problem with profanity, you need to leave. Because I'm not going to stop cussing. I'm not going to stop coming the way I come. I'm not changing nothing about the way I do anything. If you got a problem with it, you come in here and it's your first time in here and you have a problem with it, you just need to leave. Don't tell me nothing, just leave. Okay, we don't even need to meet. So I'm saying all of this to say, this space is for people that belong here. Okay, those that belong here get it. I don't have to explain anything. So I'm not talking to the old people. I'm talking to y'all new people that keep coming up in here thinking you gonna say something to me that's gonna get me to change the way I come. If you mess with me, I'm just gonna come harder. So if you don't like what's going on, you don't like the way I flow, you don't like none of this, it's okay. Cause I'm not for everybody, just like you ain't for everybody. So keep it pushing. Okay. All right. Back to the regular people, regularly scheduled program. Let's see what spirit has to tell you today, Taurus. Okay, we're gonna do a message from your future self spread and let you know what spirit wants to tell you. Okay. All right. Like I said, don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, we talked about that earlier. Okay. All right. So the card we have that fell here, it says clock, right? So it says ticks, decision, the countdown urges, choose wisely before the weekends. Okay. So some of y'all have a turning point that is about to happen in your life when it comes to, I feel like we're talking about love. So we're talking about your love life. It could be other areas of your life as well. It may not just be your love life. Okay. It's going to be different for everybody. And like I said, this is not going to be for everybody. So if everything I say is not going to resonate with you because there are a lot of people in here and it's a general reading. Okay. I don't know. I got to say that to some of y'all because some of y'all watch like 15, 20 tarot card channels and you'll still come in here and say, oh, you got one thing that wasn't me. So the whole reading, I'm like, okay. But those of you that like that, okay. So look at what's showing up here. We got sorrow. It says loss, grief, depression. I need to find out if this is you, Taurus. Hold on. What? Who is this spirit? Mm. Yeah, I feel like it may be you. Okay, Taurus, let's talk. I feel like you've been going through a tough time lately. This is what I feel like, okay? You may be a little depressed because things may not be working out the way you thought they would, or I guess in a timely manner in whatever time frame you had in your head. But what you have to understand, sweetheart, is that there's just going to be a lot of twists and turns in this journey, okay? And like I keep telling y'all, and I know it sucks when I say this, but it's the truth. We're not in control of what is happening in this situation with these, with this person coming in, okay? They are a sovereign being unto themselves. You're one unto yourself, and it's going to take time for the two of you to get together. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is the sooner you can just realize that you just need to focus on yourself, the better off is you're going to feel. Because by you, trying to force it, all that does is lead to a lot of frustration and a lot of, how can I explain it? Just like you, it makes you want to give up, right? Because you're forcing it, forcing it, forcing it. And what I keep telling you, you cannot change the outside by trying to force the outside. You have to go in within to if you want to change the inside. Okay. All right. Okay. So to clarify, we got the Ten of Wands showing up here, right? So the Ten of Wands talks about burdens. So a lot of you may be feeling burdened, right? But this whole journey, Spirit is trying to tell you is about temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. This is talking about you learning how to perfect balance, right? Because on this card, it talks about two becoming one. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell you is we always talk about with the Chariot, like the dark side, dark and light sides of your personality, the two sides of your personality. It could be your heart, the heart and the logic, heart and logic. But you got to understand that you have to figure out how to create balance in your own life. Nobody else can give you this balance. This stuff that we talk about in here, nobody else can give it to you. You have to give it to yourself. That is part of the lesson, okay, of this collective. And like I told you, the sooner you realize certain things, the easier this is going to be, okay? You cannot force this. You can't make it do what you want to do. You can't do none of that. You just got to get you on the roller coaster. You just got to ride it until the end, okay? And when they stop and let your person on, that's when they're going to stop and let your person on. But the best thing you can do for yourself is to focus on whatever this burden is here with the Ten of Wands, okay? Do the work that you're being told to do, that you're being asked to do, because at the end of the day, whether or not, this person, whether or not when they show up, you're going to be a better person on the other side for it, is what I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? So don't get down. Don't allow what is happening in your life to take you down. Look at all the things you've been through, Taurus, and you still here, right? You still here. Some of y'all still need to walk away from certain people, because I see the Hangman under that clarification deck. This card that I just showed you, Temperance, right up under it is the damn Hangman card. So it's telling me some of y'all are not walking away from what you need to walk away from. You're not doing certain things that you need to do. And I keep telling y'all, that's the definition of insanity. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You are stepping into a new timeline. This is about you being in a new identity. And in order to do that, you have to move differently, okay? You got to think differently. You have to show up differently. You have to do things differently, okay? Because you got a choice coming with the Three of Swords. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the reading. Hang in there, Taurus. Like I say, fuck with the bull, you get the horns. Let's go. All right, so this is a message from your future self. All right, so there it is again. I put it back in there and I shuffled it and it came out again. So some of you are feeling overly burdened in your life. You need to sit down and have a come to Jesus moment. You need to talk to yourself. This needs to be a conversation that you have with yourself, where you sit down and ask yourself, what can I do to make my life better? Because if you continue on in this energy, I feel like for a lot of you, because I can feel the way it feels. I feel like you're almost at the point where you're almost at your breaking point. That's what I hear. That's what I feel. And that's what they're showing me, that breaking point card that's in one of these decks. That's like a bottle of alcohol and it's like fire, right? So that's what Spirit is showing me. So some of y'all, whatever it is that you need to do to lighten this load, you need to talk to yourself to figure out what this is. Because I told you the answers are not outside of you. All of the information you need is inside of you. But some of you need to stop and take a moment and check in with yourself to see what's going on. Because if you're not doing that, nobody else can give you these answers but you, okay? All right, underneath this, we got the Page of Swords showing up here. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about, watching and being watched. It can also talk about delays. I feel like it is talking about delays because you are carrying a burden. Your person could be carrying one as well, because a lot of times you mirror, right? Underneath this, we have the Page of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is talking about being curious about your person, being excited, the two of you being excited to be together, a lot of passion between the both of you. And Spirit is telling you, continue to listen to your intuition with the High Priestess. This is Pisces energy. That's going to guide you towards where you want to go, right? Because you and this person are going to come together and want to build a beautiful relationship with each other, right? It's going to start off as a friendship with the Three of Cups. But some of you, I told you, you got to come to Jesus. There's something in your life or some things in your life that you need to take a look at. You got to be honest, right? Because I told you this is about self-awareness. A lot of y'all, for some reason, don't want to look at yourself, right? I hear, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. So you're going to have to do that. The man or the woman in the mirror. You're going to have to ask them to change. You're going to have to ask yourself what you need to do differently in order to have the outcome you're wanting to have. Because this old way of doing things, it don't work. Because if it did, we wouldn't be here, right? Hey, butterflies, how you doing? Are you doing your classes? How are your classes going? Hold on one second. Okay, hold on. I need to see. Okay, a lot of you may feel blocked. We got the block card coming up here, right? This usually talks about the dusty and crusty being blocked, but I don't feel like that's what this is. Spirit is saying y'all feel blocked, right? By whatever this weight is you're carrying, right? Maybe by now you thought that you might have already been with your person or whatever, but I told you sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. You have to realize everything is going to happen in divine timing. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. And I told you it's not a punishment. It's because you need to do the work. And I keep telling you all, like I said, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. I want you to get what you want. Hell, I want you to get get what you want just as much as you want to get it, right? But you cannot skip steps. I keep telling y'all that. You can't skip steps and think that you just gonna this person just gonna come on up in here and do whatever it is, do whatever it is you want them to do when you want them to do it. It's not that type of party, okay? So we have Chasing Clout showing up here. So that's talking about the dusty and crusty, right? And then we have Sacred Mirror. So you have somebody that has ulterior motives that's in your energy that we talk about all the time. And then you got this new person still in your energy, and it's talking about this person being your mirror. So you are each other's mirror. You're showing each other what it is you need to work on. Okay. And so I feel like it's a good thing. Like I told you, that's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. When the two of you get together, if anything, it's going to be even, I don't want to say worse, but you know what I mean? It's going to be even more so a thing of that, okay? Because it's like you're going to be walking around with a mirror, and you're going to be their mirror, and they're going to be your mirror. Okay, no problem. I thank you for being here, though. Always appreciate your support. Love you. Okay, so we also have the Judgment card showing up here. This is Scorpio energy. You could have Scorpio placements. Your person could have. You both could have. It's talking about, heeding the call, right? Waking up, going through renewal, right? Going through this rebirth, going through this awakening that you're going through, right? And like I told you, at times it's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult, but it just is what it is. You just gotta ride the ride. Okay. All right. So the first placement we're going to look at talks about what you need to spend more time in, right? So we got the King of Swords showing up here, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, along with the Knight of Swords, same thing, same air placements. And then we have the Hermit card, which is Virgo energy. So I feel like Spirit is saying that you need to spend more time perfecting yourself, not worrying about what is happening with this other person. This is all about you. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. We have the Hermit card here with Virgo energy. This is talking about the healing, right? You got somebody that's about to come into your life, and they're going to show up out of nowhere, right? This is somebody that has taken a lot of time to better themselves or perfect themselves is what I hear in my head in order to come in the right way. And this is about you showing up to meet that person, right? Because you're, like I said, again, you're sacred mirrors. All right, let's clarify. Okay, we got real receipts showing up here, right? Oh, hey, Eltran, how you doing? You welcome. It says screenshots were saved and the messages were archived. The evidence is airtight and ready to blow things up. Okay, so I feel like a lot of y'all got a goddamn ace in the hole. You waiting on this fucking Dusty and Crusty to come back. And whatever this is, it don't have to be real. You know, it don't have to be them type of receipts, literal receipts. It could be whatever, you know, you could have some type of blackmail, something to shut this person down and shut them the fuck up if they try to come towards you with some bullshit. Okay. All right. So we also have loving yourself here. Okay. Remember, this is the ultimate romance. This is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Learn how to put these burdens down with this loving yourself card, because that's what the loving yourself is going to teach you. Let me give you an example. I was watching this guy today. He's like got a podcast where, and I was watching this video he made a couple of years ago where he was talking about self-love and how to love yourself more, right? So of course I'm gonna click on that because I like shit like that. So I'm looking at the video, right? And the guy says, I thought it was a really good idea. He was saying, imagine you were, thank you, Eltran. I appreciate that that $4.99, that super sticker. Thank you so much. I always appreciate your, you know, your donations and your love and your support. Okay. So this guy was talking about what you can do is imagine the person that you love the most and imagine yourself in that person's body. And then you take that and just treat yourself the way you would treat that person. And what I found so funny was that when I thought about it, I said, well, who in the hell do I love the most? And what surprised the hell out of me, it was me. So I'm saying all this to say, this is the way you need to be. And it surprised me because years ago, that wouldn't have been the answer, right? Because I had to, like I told you, I'm ahead of y'all on this journey. Hey, Angel Eyes, I'm ahead of y'all on this journey, but I had to learn how to perfect that self-love just like you have to do that, right? But I told you, you can see the difference in over time, like it snowballing and becoming better and how it shows up. So that's why I keep trying to tell y'all, don't give up on this self-love. It's like anything you're trying to learn, you're trying to cultivate new habits, right? We trying to get out of this loop. We trying to get off the hamster wheel. So in order to do that, you got to just go for new things, keep doing new things and keep doing it until it becomes what it is you want it to be. Okay. Because you do have this soulmate coming. Spirit is letting you know every week, right? It's a soulmate bond. When you know, you just know this soulmate connection is deep and real. It's that no explanation needed kind of love. So you have somebody coming. It is going to be your reward for you learning how to love yourself first and foremost. Okay. We got the 10 of Pentacles showing up here, but it's reversed. Some of y'all need to work on your money. Some of you with this card, this money trap card, or this 10 of coins card, it's reversed. So it's talking about a fear of financial loss. So some of you may be afraid to put yourself out there because you're afraid that your money is your money might be funny now. You're afraid that, any type of risk you take may make it worse. You got to live this life. I keep telling you, life is meant to be lived. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you to take all your money and dump it into something and take that type of risk, but calculated risk is good. And like I said, if you are taking the money and trying to invest in yourself, you can never go wrong investing in yourself. Like I said, you just always got to have a little saved up. I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay. All right, let's move on. Next card. Next placement we're going to take a look at talks about what you need to spend less time in. Okay, so we got the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Cups, and we also have the Moon. So the Moon is Cancer and Pisces energy, right? So I feel like what Spirit is telling you, some of y'all, I feel like may still be sitting in this Five of Cups energy. This is heartbreak, breakup, separation. Can also talk about you crying over spilled milk. Some of you may still be mourning. It doesn't have to be this old, dusty, and crusty. It could be the way your life used to be. Some of y'all, I feel like, are going back and trying to heal certain things, and there could be things coming up because whenever you're healing yourself, sometimes it's some shit that come up that you wasn't even thinking about, that had nothing to do with what you working on, but all of a sudden it's like your mind is like, oh, you want to work on some stuff? Look, let me tell you about this. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. That's normal. If that's what's happening to you, don't allow this to overwhelm you. Just look, write it down on a piece of goddamn paper and take it one day at a time. Okay, I hear one day. Why is Spirit plays in my head? One day at a time, sweet Jesus. I don't know why the hell I hear that. So maybe somebody need to hear that. So with this, Spirit is just telling you, don't spend all of your time in that energy of crying over spilled milk. You supposed to go in there, do your little healing for however long you do it, an hour, half an hour, whatever, 15 minutes, whatever you do, and then come back out into the into the here and the now and continue to live your life. And you're supposed to be trying to enjoy yourself as much as possible. That's what a lot of it is. I feel like a lot of y'all are not in this energy with the Nine of Pentacles, right? You're not standing in your power. You're not knowing your worth. Some of you may be allowing the healing that you're doing to beat you down to the point to where you can't stand in this energy. Okay. Some of you, it's going to be different. I'm getting different things, a lot of different things in this reading. Okay. So see, this is about you enjoying your single life to the fullest. I keep trying to tell y'all, this is not supposed to be a curse. It may feel like it at times, the single life, but it's about you. I told you, perfecting your relationship with yourself, the self-love you have for yourself. Because I keep trying to tell y'all, the self-love is where it's at. When you start, look, what did I just tell you? Didn't I tell you some of y'all at your boiling point? See, I can't fucking make it up. So this is the card I was talking about that showed up, that Spirit was showing me in my mind. Anyway, so you got to understand, this is about you becoming the best person you can be. And it's not going to be without its discomfort. Okay. It sucks. It sucks to heal. It sucks to do all these things, but the rewards on the other side, you got to pay attention to that, focus on that, and just keep pushing. Okay. So we also have pulling strings. So it's talking about that old dusty and crusty. I feel like they've reached their boiling point too, because they were just waiting and waiting and waiting, thinking you gonna pulling back, trying to play them mind games, thinking you was gonna, come back to them or whatever the hell and whatever. So here they coming in with mixed signals and, trying to muddy the waters, make you look at them differently or whatever. But you are focusing on this new person. This new person's coming in. You and this person are going to be able to have, not only a loving relationship, but a lucrative one as well. And like I said, you're going to build businesses together. Okay. All right. Hold on. So see, we on here and the thing didn't go down. So that's why I'm wondering, it could be my equipment. It could be whatever it was what I'm using, the old camera I was using before. It could just be it's old and it's just time to put it to bed. Cause look, we've been on here and ain't nothing went down. I'm still reading. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, next thing we're gonna take a look at. We're talking about, let me say this. With the Nine of Pentacles, this, like I told you, it's about you learning how to stand in your power and know your worth. It's also talking about you fixing your finances, because like I told you, you gotta be financially stable, because when this new person comes in, they're gonna be financially stable, and the both of you are gonna be creating, like I said, these businesses together. Okay? Spirit wanted me to tell you that. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's talk about what you need to remember. Okay, we got the Six of Swords, we got the Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot, Cancerian energy, right? We talked about the Chariot earlier too. So I feel like what Spirit is saying, what you need to remember is you got your person coming. You have with the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign or someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You have your life partner, about to come your way. This is about you getting into that life partner energy too, so that the two of you can mirror this to, to each other. It's also about you moving forward, right? You need to remember that you need to be, you need to keep moving forward because it's about you coming out of these rough waters into calmer waters. And normally with the six of not wands, but six of swords, it's somebody already in calm waters. But here, and this deck, it's rough. So I feel like what Spirit is talking about is for some of you, you may still be going through a turbulent time. And it's about you just, having that tunnel vision and moving forward so you can move into the type of, calm waters that you need to. Okay. Hey, Khalees, how you doing? Then with the Chariot, this is about you overcoming whatever obstacles you feel like are standing in your way, right? I told you, we talked about the light and dark sides of your personality, you being able to blend those two things together and to be able to move forward, okay? To clarify, we have toxic ties here. So some of you, this is talking about, it's saying it's not a victim villain story. So it's talking about how some of you contributed to what was going on. And I don't feel like you were doing it on purpose. You were doing it consciously. It was based on your negative thoughts and limiting beliefs, okay? The person that you friend zoned, right? Hold on. See what else Spirit wants to say. Yeah. The person that you blocked, the Dusty and Crusty, the one you were in a relationship with, you lost your identity with this person for a lot of you, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. It happens to everybody, right? Because this is what this journey is about. You learning how to find yourself again, okay? All right. So Spirit is just telling you, just keep moving forward, keep doing the things you need to do, and you're going to eventually come to where you are. I told you, it's like when you go into a house, right, to clean a dirty house. It may just be dirt and stuff everywhere, but you have to pick an area and just begin, okay? And just be adamant about, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I'm just going to put my head down and do the work. And one day you're going to look up. It's like laying a brick every day, right? Same thing. One day you're going to look up. The fucking room is going to be, clean, or the house is going to be clean. One day you're going to look up. You're going to be done built a whole damn wall or a whole damn house with the brick, okay? All right, with the bricks. All right, let's move on. The next thing, ooh, hold on. Like I told you, this is a new setup. I got to get used to it. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is what you need to let go of, Taurus. We got the King of Cups showing up here, Cancerian energy, Nine of Wands, and we also have the Three of Swords. I showed you these cards are repeating, so this is Spirit telling you that this is the message, right? You have a choice coming up. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. And when the time comes, you need to make that choice and be ready to let go of the old because you're stepping into the new, right? With the Nine of Wands, this is about you letting go of those burdens, right? Because we had the Ten of Wands here, and now we also have the Nine of Wands. So Spirit is telling you to persist, to not give up, to keep moving forward, because with the King of Cups, you have a lot of love to give. This is about you balancing yourself out as well with the King of Cups. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, this person coming in for you as well is someone that has a lot of love to give you too. And so, like I said, you are headed towards a happy future. You're headed towards a big break, but you have to do that work in order for it to happen. So it says a major moment is brewing, the launch, the offer, or the shout out that changes everything. But some of you got family echoes that are playing out, that are echoing, right? Things that happened to you in your family life in the past that are echoing now, in the now, that you have to fix so that you can shut it down, okay? I hear Public Enemy, shut it down, shut it down. Because a lot of you, came from a broken home or broken homes, okay? And like I said, none of these things we talk about are anything to be ashamed of. You wouldn't be fucking as strong as you were if you didn't go through the things that you went through. I told you, some of you sit and you listen to other people and the things that they say, and I know y'all be like, oh shit, that ain't nothing compared to the shit that I went through, right? And it's not that it's a contest or you trying to shame somebody or whatever, but it's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You are way stronger than what you think. All right. Okay. So what you need to focus on is what we're going to look at next. Okay. We got Page of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Cups here. We have the King of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Three of Wands. So you're waiting for your shifts to come in with the Three of Wands, right? And with the King of Wands, this is going to bring the ships. Those ships are going to bring your protector. Okay, somebody very passionate about you, somebody that's, you know, that's a leader, that's got your back. All right. And with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, it's talking about love offers, right? For some of you, this is talking about, most of you, right? Let me say this. Everybody is talking about a long-term, stable, and committed relationship, right? For others of you, this love offer with the Page of Cups is either an apology from the soulmate if you had some type of falling out with this person, okay? Where if you had a false start with them, or it could be talking about, for the majority of y'all, the Dusty and Crusty coming back, trying to offer that fake apology, right? That you're going to see right through and tell this person no, right? Okay. All right, let's clarify. See, all of this is a test. That's what Spirit is telling you. Test results. The guesswork is over. An answer is coming that will clarify everything and or complicate it even more, right? So you're going through all this stuff for a reason, because I keep telling you the heights that you're about to go to with that big break card. You're going to need to have these, you know, have these lessons that you've learned from these things that you're going through. And then here we go with the still standing card. I'm still standing better than I ever did. So it says you didn't let hard times become a breaking point. This is a love that deepens with every test. Okay. All right. And then, like I said, this is going to be a relationship where you and this person weather all the storms. Like you're going to go from feeling like you don't ever have any support to having somebody that's going to be there with you for the long haul. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. What are the lessons you're going to learn? We've got Justice, Libra energy, the Tower, Scorpio again, and then the World, all signs, right? So what you're learning is how to close out old cycles, right? This is also talking about you learning how to overcome certain personal challenges so you can open up, you know, new doors and opportunities for yourself. With the Tower, it's about tearing down the old foundations and rebuilding them, right? With the World card. And then with the Justice card, Libra energy, it is speaking of balance, right? And you getting justice in your love life. And I feel like in your life in general, because like I told you, I feel like this life has been hard, very hard for everybody in here. Okay. All right. So we've got lies detected showing up here. You know, it's just talking about this old Dusty and Crusty just lying. You know, they living in a damn fantasy world and they're thinking that, you know, they gonna open their arms up and you just gonna come running back like it's some type of Hallmark movie or some bullshit. And then we got toxic talk showing up here as well, because that's what they coming back to do. Like I tell you, the same old shit over and over again. It's never gonna be a difference with this old person. Okay. All right. So the next thing we're gonna take a look at is your potential. What the potential of what can happen when you do the work and you keep pushing forward. So we got the Five of Wands, King of Pentacles, Earth sign is someone with a lot of earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn, and the Fool. So what Spirit is saying is that with the Five of Wands, there's going to be a lot of people. I told you, Taurus, you're going to be looking good out in these streets. There's going to be a lot of people competing for you. Okay. For those of you, if you are the person that's supposed to go towards your person, this not going to be for everybody. Only the people that this message is for will understand what I'm saying. These people will be prepared to compete for whoever their person is. Okay. And then with the King of Pentacles, this is talking about, we had the Queen show up. Now we have the King show up. You and this person being prepared to come together in this long-term, stable, and committed relationship and being ready to take the leap. Okay. All right. Because see, we have expecting here, right? So expecting is talking about the changes that are about to occur in your life. It could actually be children for some of you. If you're not of childbearing age or you don't want to have kids, it's talking about the businesses, the enterprises you and this person are going to build together. Okay. All these cards keep falling on the floor. Hold up. Okay. A lot of you were in relationships in the past, I feel like, where you are afraid to leave the old people, right? but you are now about to step into healthier relationships by becoming healthier yourself. This is what opens the door to what you want, is when you make the changes, you know, on yourself. Just keep going. Like I told you, this is new for the majority of you. You may not know, you know, everything that you got to do, but like I said, that is what this channel is for. That's what we talk about, what it is you need to take a look at, okay? For a lot of you, this is talking about learning how to have healthy conflict resolution, right? And no toxic talk, right? No talking to each other crazy. For a lot of you, this may have been the status quo because this was how this old Dusty and Crusty came towards you, and you were just, you know, you were defending yourself. But if in a healthy relationship, this is what people do. I'm not saying they don't ever have arguments, they don't ever scream and holler at each other. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is the majority of the time, they realize that this is what's going to get them through the hard times that they go through. Like I said, attacking the problem and not each other. Okay. So you and this person are going to come together, like I said, and for the majority of you, you're going to be on the same page with each other. Okay. But like I said, you have to start to show up that way if you want that reflection. Okay, so now we're gonna look at, what is this? 1, 2. I'm trying to see how far. Okay, so now your future self. Oh, look at that, Taurus. See, marriage vows. So it's talking about marriage being present, predicted, or deeply desired. So for a lot of you, if that's what you want, that's where you're headed, right? And it's gonna be, look, marriage is gonna be invite only. Everybody can't come to this relationship, this marriage. It's gonna be that thing, you know, like how the celebrities get married and they do that shit so quiet. Who was it? It was Zendaya and whoever, the little Superman, not the little Superman, the little Spider-Man dude, Tom, whatever, that got married, and we didn't even know nothing about it, right? Now all of a sudden they were married, and it's gonna be like that. You and your person gonna just automatically be married, and ain't nobody gonna know nothing about it, and that's the way it should be. So people are not in your business, right? So we got long distance. Of course, we talk about this all the time. It's gonna start out as long at a distance, but the reason why is not just to slow it down. It's for you and this person to learn these skills that we talk about, right? Being on the same page, having the conflict resolution, learning how to deal with each other in a healthy manner. And so a lot of times, if you can start out like at a distance like that, it forces you to have to communicate. It forces you to have to work things out. It forces you to have to do those things because you don't have the luxury of looking each other in the face and being in each other's you know, in the physical, being with each other in the physical. You got to do it over the screens, right? Through the screens or on the phone or whatever kind of way you choose to communicate with your person. So what Spirit is saying, this is what's going to teach you, for a lot of you, how to start to cultivate and build a healthy relationship with your new person. Okay. All right. Let's get this message. Okay. We got needs rescuing, right? So it says, you are waiting for love to save you, but you must stop waiting and start looking. Okay. So I told you, you're your own knight in shining armor, right? This has to happen because you have to, if you want stability in your life, you have to start to create it for yourself. If you want happiness in your life, you have to do it for yourself. You're the only person who can save you, Taurus. And I'm talking to everybody in here. I don't care if you're a Taurus sun or you a Taurus, I don't know, Taurus pinky toe. It don't matter. You are all of you. You are the only one that's capable of saving yourself, because people know you, but the person that knows you the most is you. Okay. Then we have unlovable showing up here. It says practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. Okay. Love yourself. Stop, you know, criticizing yourself and putting yourself down and all this stuff. A lot of y'all are piggybacking off of the shit that people told you throughout the years. Some of y'all got old cassette tapes running in your head of things that people used to tell you, right? It's time for you to take that shit out. It's time for you to clean it out. Like I told you, do the spring cleaning and start to talk to yourself in the proper manner. It has to start with you. Then we got excuses. It says you have so many reasons, Taurus, that it never works out. Find reasons that it can work. So you got to think about that. What can you tell yourself? Like I told you, I tell myself, like, if I'm having a bad day, I tell myself, or something bad is going on, or I feel some type of way, I'm like, okay, everything is working out for me. Especially when it looks like it's not. Especially when it looks like it's not, that's when it's working out the most. That's what I start to tell myself. Because a lot of times you got thoughts spinning in your mind, and you might have popped one of those thoughts off, those negative thoughts off, and it's just flowing around in your mind and you don't even realize it. So you got to start to tell yourself something positive. But if you feeling bad, you need to cry, you need to have a moment, you need to come to Jesus, have your feelings. I would never sit here and tell you you need to shove all that stuff down and repress it. Don't do that. Have the feelings you need to have, and then move on into what it is you need to move on into after that. Like find the positive, right? Like I told you, I don't care if you had 1,000,000 relationships before here and every one of them was fucked up. Don't matter. You can still have a good one. Like I told you, you need to take a page out of them damn people's book, especially these celebrities that get married over and over and over and over again. They ain't giving up, so why should you, right? That's the way I see it. If they ain't giving up, there's hope for everybody, okay? All right, let's get these messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we have your beauty is so captivating that I forget to blink. Okay. Then we've got I'm thinking of you in this very moment. I miss you. Then we have I find your inner wisdom really attractive. Like I told you, you and this person are going to have a meeting of the minds. It's not going to just be like I told you. Sometimes you meet people and you find them attractive, and it might be one of the way you find them attractive, and then the rest of the stuff is like, But with this person, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the ways y'all think, and all the areas you're gonna. I feel like you're gonna vibe with each other. Okay, talk about that all the time. Okay, I fell in love with you the moment we connected. Okay, then we have your smile is making me melt every time I see your face. Okay. All right, let's get a I keep hitting this thing. Like I said, I got to get used to this. Okay, we have dreams come true. It says you have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. Then we've got open your heart. Love is the highest energy of all. Let it in. And then time apart, it says a time of separation. Like I said, this is not a punishment. It may suck. It may feel bad at times. You may get down and not, and want to give up. But this is a very important time. And I know when you're going through it, a lot of times you don't see it. But this is about you getting yourself together. Like I told you, putting on your damn superhero outfit, like being the person that you truly are, right? Being your best self, so that when you finally do come face to face with this person, there's no reason for you to hang your head. There's no reason for you to not feel like you can't stand toe to toe with this person. There's no reason. Like I said, when they loving you, you could be like, yeah, I get why you love me, because I love me too. And it's not in an arrogant way. It's just you knowing who you are. Because a lot of you have had people dish you and say all kinds of crazy stuff, and you don't truly see your beauty. Like I tell y'all all the time, your handsomeness, call it what you want. I tell y'all all the time, I say this all the time. A lot of times we don't truly see ourselves. We don't truly see how we make a difference in the world. We don't truly see how, for some people, we can be we can end up being everything for those people, because they truly see who we are. But a lot of times we don't see ourselves. So don't forget to see the beauty in yourself, Taurus. Okay. All right. I hope this helped. This was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, link in the description box below, or you want me to read you live when I go live. Was supposed to be tonight, but we moved. It's probably going to be tomorrow. Okay, so please have a good day, good rest of your week. I also have memberships. If you go to the subscribe button, you can see the different levels. Please have a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all, Taurus. Bye.